Heya Space Cadets, Tin Pony here. Let's take a look at Rahanas class freighters and rescue one out in the wild.
The Rahanas energy freighter is one of the capital ships of the Rahanas line of vessels. Based on a common ground design, just like its siblings, this large vessel has only basic weapons and is neither very agile nor capable of fast acceleration.
And there are two flavors of Rahanas in the wild. One carries container and energy trade goods, the other carries bulk and liquid trade goods.
The Rahanas liquid freighter is one of the capital ships of the Rahanas line of vessels. Based on a common ground design just like its siblings, this large vessel has only basic weapons and is neither agile nor capable of fast acceleration.
The base price to have one of these made in a shipyard is almost 5.5 million credits. That price doesn't include any of the upgrades, but upgrades are included when you liberate one of them from the bad guys. And I've found that with all the ships I've liberated. So let's take a look at the location of offensive and defensive components, engines, jump drive, and docking platform and drone launcher. On the bulk and liquid Rahanas, we can see the liquid containment tanks towards the front of the ship. At the very front, inside this cave, is the drone launcher and docking platform. Now, I wouldn't recommend using this ship for transporting the Albion Skunk because undocking from these ships is a bit sketchy. The underside of the ship only has three components. This is the jump tunnel device and the two hit turrets. These are the only components on the underside of the ship, and they're located in back by the engines. Moving behind the ship, there are two very obvious engines. And on top of the ship, just forward of the conning tower, there are two more hit turrets, a capital field generator, and a force field projector. There are no shields or weapons along the sides of the Rahanas, so continuing forward along the top of the ship, we'll find the last force field projector and four more hit turrets. And that's it for components. And both kinds of Rahanas freighters have the very same configuration for these components. Energy and container model doesn't have any liquid tanks. It has couplings for transferring energy trade goods instead. I guess that's what those are. So let's go get one to call our own. Now I found a Rahanas encroaching on my mining operation, and it has 7 fighter escorts with it. I think there's 7. My strategy is going to be to disable and disarm the freighter so it won't be shooting at me or running away while I deal with the fighter escorts. To deal with the fighter escorts, I'll try to break them into smaller groups so I don't get pounded.
Information added to ship computer database.
Before and during the fight, I'm going to use Shift E to target the nearest enemy and Shift A to autopilot toward that targeted enemy. And I'm using a combination of blasts from the Albion Skunk's inertial hammer and Astro Beam missiles. I'll also be using the F5 key to quick save before fights that might go sideways for me, get all pear-shaped. And I'm speeding up this video for the actual fights because I'll be doing a lot of in and out strafing and bombing runs. I don't want my squad ships to come into this fight, so I'll highlight all the following ships. Ex- Exclude my mining ship, broadcast, and withdraw from fight. Those ships will hold their positions until I tell them otherwise, which will be after the fight.
Affirmative.
Sneak up on them behind this asteroid.
Task accomplished, sir.
No, that's not a thing. The radar will see me. Now I already took out the jump tunnel device and the two turrets underneath. That's what I like about the Astro Bees. If a target's destroyed, the remaining Astro Bees will target other nearby targets. That's the entire front end defenses and the underside defenses. So I've still got two engines and the two hit turrets up by the conning tower. Just a quick pass with Astro Bees to make sure the engines are out, because I don't want this running away while I'm dealing with the fighter escorts. And again, the most important part of it running away is to get the jump tunnel device so it doesn't just blink out. There isn't any way to follow it if it does that, but I could follow it if it was only running off of the propulsion engines on the back end. Is this guy trying to flank me, trying to snake me? Maybe I'm lucky, maybe he's just running away. And there are the last two guns on the Rahanas. So now I can start focusing on these fighter escorts. And I'll see if I can lure them away from the mothership. But it doesn't look like they're going to follow me very far. So far they haven't followed me very far at all. They turn around and go right back to the mothership.
Autopilot engaged.
Autopilot engaged. again, this is double speed, so this actual fight took a lot longer.
Disengage.
Now, because my Marines are mostly recruits during this fight, I know I can break down the hull of this particular ship quite a bit, and I'm going to have to in order to lower its boarding resistance.
Share the joke then.
These guys like to come out in pairs. One will rabbit, and the other one will come up behind me. Most of these Rahanas class freighters don't have a big escort like this. But I have to watch my shields, because if they get too low, I can't boost out of there. Boosting draws on shields.
Disengage. Autopilot engaged.
My shields are down about halfway, so I'm going to boost out now and let them regenerate. Oh, we got some brave ones.
Autopilot disengaged. Autopilot engaged. Autopilot disengaged. Autopilot engaged.
Now these strafing runs seem to be a lot more effective, and in the future, if I'm taking out an escort swarm like this, I'll remember this.
My ship deserves better than you, but we've no choice.
Alright, that pilot abandoned their ship, so I'll destroy the ship and shoot the pilot. If I had a pilot on board, I could take that ship by putting my own pilot on it. But it's so badly damaged by the time they abandon it, it's not worth having it repaired.
Autopilot engaged. What next? Security storage.
I'm using my my container magnet to pull in any debris. What do we have? 2 left?
Engaged.
1 left?
Security storage. Engaged.
Oh, he's gonna report me. There we go. Check out the neighborhood, make sure nobody's coming in to either defend or destroy this Rahanas. And I'll fly on over to it. Do a quick save and board it with the Marines. Oh, got an engine it was repairing. I better check the jump drive too. And yeah, that jump drive was 50% repaired. So we're back to normal speed now. And during boarding, the co-pilot will call out components to destroy if they haven't already been destroyed or repaired. When I highlight this capital field generator, I can see its hull and speed percentages in the lower right of my display. And once the shield is gone, the hull goes down very quickly. And there it goes. So I can check the info on this. That's F, and then choose info. No engines, no jump drive. And I can look at the boarding resistance and make sure that all the components are gone. Now I do have to get the drone launcher, which is inside the front here.
Module information retrieved.
Now shut up, Betty.
Oh, let Betty talk. Betty's the ship's computer. She and the co-pilot are fighting. So, now it's ready to board. No engine, no jump drive. Boarding resistance is dropping. I'm gonna break the hull down a little more and drop that boarding resistance. About 30% should work for my Marines. Eventually I'll be able to take even a Tituro without having to destroy the hull, which helps because I'm gonna have to repair this. Do an F5 to save the game before I launch my Marines. Click on the ship,
Let's make sure
click
there are
F,
no nasty surprises
and
first.
select board. Check the neighborhood again.
That spot
and
Launching pods.
my Marines
Let's
are
make sure they
launched.
get there in one piece.
Launching for the target.
The first one has arrived.
Now there are 50 of them, and each one has its own pod, so they basically swarm the hull of this ship. And then they go inside, and the commander, Marine officer, will be yelling at the Marines to
No more
move
pods
out
in flight.
and get on
Let's
with
stick
it and
around,
all of
see
that.
if we can help.
The detail in this game. We come in here and
Now move out.
okay, 50 Marines remaining, so I didn't lose any. We come in here and look at this. This is one of the pods that one of the Marines used to land on this hull. And if we look out here, we can see more of them. Like I was saying, the detail in this game is just overwhelming.
Get on with it.
50 remaining. Like seeing that.
Get on with it.
One more time. Now the engines will drop all the way to 0 when it becomes mine.
Now move out. Objective achieved. Well done, everyone.
Well done. Watch it for us until we bring a replacement captain.
Okay, now it's mine and I have to repair and defend it. I have to pull my Marines off of it. I have to put a crew on it. There's a whole list if you go into information on this ship. And under missions, it will tell you exactly what you need to do to staff this ship. And then I can pull it into my squad and it will follow me. But I'll bring a ship over to support it. I have a 4-star engineer, but I'm going to put this 5-star on it for now. And I'll swap the 4-star over there later. The 5-star will get it repaired all the way and sooner.
I'll move in just as soon as someone clears out the rubbish.
I'll send the captain right over to take care of that. So it gets an engineer, a captain, and a defense officer. And don't forget to pull your Marines off of there. And that's about it for this. This is Tim Pony. Thanks for watching.